Royal Hustler for today. So he goes by the name of Dr. Mare. He holds a PhD and Masters of Arts in Journalism and Media Studies from Rhodes University, that is in Grahamstown, South Africa. Dr. Mare also holds a Masters of Science in Sociology and Anthropology. I'm done. And a Bachelor of Science Honors in Sociology from the University of Zimbabwe. He also holds a Diploma in Mass Communication from Harare Polytechnic School of Journalism and Media Studies. Dr. Mare currently serves as the acting HOD in the Department of Communications and Associate Professor at the University of Namibia. That is our very own, not UNAM, beg your pardon, so sorry, of the Namibia University of Science and Technology, formerly known as NUST. Well, which is currently known as NUS, but formerly known as Polytechnic, where he also is a lecturer. Doctor, so accomplished.
Thank you so
morning.
much.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I wish I can relate to those accomplishments, but anyway, thank you so much for that.
You were just at school, eh? Yeah. Anyway, Doctor, so much we need to get through today. Being so accomplished in terms of school studies, tell us a bit about yourself. Where did you grow up? How was your childhood like?
Wow, thanks a lot for having me. Once again, I was born in Harare, but I was pretty much raised in a rural area, pretty much by a granny. Of course, my mom and dad were there, but they decided to just take me to the granny.
Yeah.
And I was staying with my granny for the greater part of my childhood, pretty much around, I think, until I was around 10 years. And I think it was when I was staying with my granny that I think I got this ethic around working hard. If you want to achieve something in life, you have to work really hard for it. You also need to make sure that you have got patience, but also beyond just having patience, you also need to just focus on something that you are passionate about.
Right.
So pretty much that's where I am in a nutshell.
In a nutshell. So you touched a bit on passion, and you mentioned that you grew up in a rural area. When you're growing up, tell us a bit about that. What was it that you wanted to achieve? What was your biggest dream when you were a young boy?
Yeah, when we were growing up in the 90s, 90s, you know what it was in the 90s. When we grew up in the 90s, pretty much when we looked at policemen with black, I want to be a policeman.
Right.
I want to wear that uniform. Pretty much that's what I wanted to be.
Yeah.
But little did I know that one day I would sit in an office and being called probably the youngest professor at NUST right now. I never thought about that, but It just happened because pretty much when I think around when I was around 25, 26, 27, I went to an interview where one white woman said to me, "But why are you applying for this job? I think that you are pretty much called to become an academic. I feel like you are an academic."
Yeah.
And from that interview, I decided that I was not going to apply for any other job. I would just pursue academics. And pretty much she changed my whole trajectory of life. That's what I would say.
Wow, which really shows with all of your accomplishments. In addition to that, we as young people, this whole notion of doing things on the side, within the ambit of what we're pursuing. Did you have a side hustle? Do you have a side hustle, or do you consider yourself even one that could dabble in side hustles at all?
Wow, thanks. I do have a side hustle, but I just want to say that it was by accident that I got into this side hustle.
Disclaimer.
Pretty much, it was pretty much by accident.
Right.
It was I think when I was the first job that I got when I finished university. I got a job as a public relations manager, and I was very young. I think I was around 23, 24 thereabout.
Wow. Okay.
And when I got the job, I think I just served there for about 2 weeks, and then I got a scholarship to do my master's, and I had to make a decision whether to continue to do my master's or to continue working, and I decided to leave the job and go to school.
Right.
And when I did that, the person that I was working for in this NGO, she said, "No, I want to take you as a consultant," and that's how I got into consultants. This is by accident in many ways.
Right.
So ever since then, I've been doing a lot of consultancies on the side, and pretty much now that's when I'm trying to babysit this passion of mine in consultants. Try to make sure that I separate myself, create a side business that can actually stand on its own, not attached to my own brand name, because I want that kind of, that kind of separation.
That's a very, very unique entrepreneurial style of doing things, because it's a lot of entrepreneurs are very personality businesses.
True.
I want to find out from you. Do you think it's for young people? Is side hustles almost becoming something that we need to do, or just become, or something, or things that are just becoming very automatic for us in this time? Things are quite difficult with COVID, where the world is headed to, technology, everything, geopolitics. As young people, are we supposed to have side hustles?
We should, and we must attempt to make sure that we develop our passions into something that is monetizable. I always believe that you need to make money out of your passion. If you can't make money out of your passion, then suddenly you are in the wrong space, or pretty much you don't exist on earth, because on earth, passion is the only thing that can actually give you money.
Right.
Anything else, probably you do it just because you want to get money.
Right.
But passion, even if you don't get paid for it, you can still do it. And you still have this energy within you to say, okay, let me do it. For me, it's writing. I'm passionate about writing. I'm passionate about content production. I'm passionate about creating new knowledge for Africans. Pretty much that's me.
Yeah, such an academic answer there. Today you woke up this morning, and every other morning that you've woken up, what gets you out of bed in the morning? You know what? When you turn up, like, ugh, it's 4 o'clock. Ugh, it's 5 o'clock. Let's go. What motivates you on a daily basis?
I've always said to my students, one thing that motivates me is that I've seen that us Africans, we are good at downloading content, but we are not good at uploading content. So every day when I wake up, I want to upload content, which means I need to produce content and put it out there, either in book form or either on the online platforms. So it's about producing new knowledge, producing new content. That's what drives me every day. If I don't wake up, it means probably I'm dead. But whenever I wake up, I always know that one day I need to write 1 paragraph, I need to write 2 paragraphs. It is about content production for me.
Right.
Yeah.
So we did touch on your side hustle. We touched on your pursuits in the academics. Considering what you're doing now professionally, what gets you out of bed every morning when you upload content, as you put it, what is the most fulfilling aspect of your work?
Wow, thanks again. For me, it's about seeing students being empowered, seeing students coming out of the college and doing great things. For me, every time when I supervise a student and I see the student getting a cum laude or getting into the world of work and breaking new barriers, for me, that's what pushes me, because I see I'm developing new human capital for Africa, but also I'm changing people's lives, because education is very transformational. It's unlike any other pursuit. Education, you can see transformation in people's lives. You can see that this person came, and through the system, now they are this. So it's something. Is the successes of a teacher can easily be seen, and also the failures of the teacher can also be seen.
Right.
You know, unlike other professions where you can't measure that, but for us you can measure it, because you can see, you can track the trajectory of our students.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to put you on the spot quick, fast, Doctor, if I may. There are a lot of stories that we hear of individuals, and yes, granted, or to be fair, these are from Western societies. Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, your Bill Gates. Some of them dropped out of university to pursue, you know, their passions, as it were.
True.
And they're considered to be one of the most successful people in the world today.
True.
How do we reconcile that way of doing things to the way you have done things, in a way that, you know, if I want to maintain a good academic record, so that I can be a successful whatever person in the future, you know, is there a disconnect, or is it one and the same things, or should somebody really be? Basically, what I'm trying to find out from you is, how do you fail-proof tips, or give us a couple of fail-proof tips for maintaining a good academic record, with keeping in mind what is going on the other side?
Awesome. Let me say that for me, I would say success is relative. I would say Zuckerberg in his pursuit is very successful. Elon Musk is also very successful. Probably myself in my own pursuit, I'm also very successful. But what I would want to say is that at the end of the day, it's about what you value. What do you value? Do you value making a lot of money, or do you value creating a better society, or creating a society in which people have got a fair chance at life?
Yeah.
And I think those are the issues that we really need to look at. For me, what I would say my fail-proof tips would say, for me, if you want to achieve something in life, passion is number one. Hard work is very important. Be consistent at doing something that you're doing, but also above all, make sure that you always have role models, that mentors that are around you that can always give you that push, because life will throw bricks at you. People will mock your hustle.
Yeah.
People will look at it, look down on you. But at the end of the day, you must know what is it that you want to, what you want to get out of life.
But doctor, can't I make a lot of money and also still change my society or for the better?
It depends. But most of the time, the pursuit of money, sometimes people pursue money beyond just looking at equitable distribution of resources. Sometimes it's about my money.
Yes.
I don't care what else people are going through. So I think at the end of the day, we should be trying to transform society and make it a better society. For me, that's what really drives me. A better society, a society where everybody has got a fair chance at life. For me, that's good.
You are a lecturer at NUST. So looking at the NUST communication department at the moment, what are some of the exciting projects happening there? Just briefly, because we are running out of time.
Awesome. So right now we are busy recurriculating and also doing a lot of curriculum development. We've got new exciting programs. We are looking at introducing PhD programs. We are looking at introducing a master in communication very soon. So we're doing a lot of things and looking at the market and seeing new opportunities for our graduates actually to get the right kind of qualifications for this kind of society, because we are pretty much living in a transformed society where qualifications must also match what we are teaching.
Right. Doctor, finally, what are some of your hopes for the future of media in Southern Africa?
I hope we'll be able to tap into existing technologies. We also need to tap into the kinds of environment where we are. So we need to produce new kinds of content that resonates with our audiences, but also we need to make sure that ultimately the media space must also be free so that journalists and other people that work in it can actually thrive. That's what I hope for.
Yeah. I hope for the same thing, Doctor. Thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate sharing your words and just coming through and talking to us about your life and the hopes and aspirations for Southern Africa.
Thank you so much.
That was Dr. Admire Mare, who holds a PhD and Masters of Arts in Journalism and Media Studies. He's currently the acting HOD in the Department of Communication and Associate Professor at the Namdeb University of Science and Technology. Thank you very much, Doctor.